Imagine this. You have a goal, a dream, something you really want to achieve. Maybe it's getting in shape, maybe it's starting a business, or maybe it's just being a better version of yourself. But no matter what, there are these little things that are holding you back, preventing you from reaching your goals. And if you can overcome them, if you can use them as stepping stones, then you can achieve anything you want. Because here's the secret truth about success. It's not about the big wins. It's about how you capitalize on the small ones. So today, I wanted to share with you a simple framework that has helped me do exactly that. How to turn small wins into big results. Step number 1, start small. This is obvious, right? If you want to build a house, you don't start with the roof, you start with the foundation. But too often we skip this step. We get so caught up in the end goal that we try to take on too much too soon. We quit our jobs before we have another one lined up. We start a new diet without even finishing the old one. We buy into that whole YOLO, go big or go home mentality, when the reality is that life doesn't work like that. Success is like a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts off small, but as it picks up more and more snow, it gets bigger and bigger until it's this massive, unstoppable force. That's why you should always start small. Lay that foundation. Build that momentum. Don't worry about going viral with your first video or making $1 million with your first product. Just focus on taking small steps every single day towards your goal, because that's where the real magic happens. Step number 2, celebrate progress. I know. We all hate to gloat. It feels good to celebrate our wins, but the longer we delay that celebration, the more likely we are to forget about them. Before you know it, those wins start to feel less like accomplishments and more like just things that we had to do. So instead, we need to flip the switch. Every time you make progress, no matter how small, take a moment to celebrate it. Give yourself a pat on the back. Tell your friends and family about it. Hell, post it on social media if that's your thing. Because when you celebrate your wins, you reinforce the behavior. You send a signal to your brain that says, hey, this is good, we should do this more often, and that makes it easier to keep the momentum going. Step number 3, momentum matters. There's a quote that I love by the boxer Floyd Mayweather that goes, "I'm not the best, I'm the double best." And he was talking about how even when he wasn't at his best, he was still better than the other guy because they were dealing with their own demons. They were dealing with their own baggage, and he was dealing with his, but he was further along in the process. He had more momentum than them. And that's the key, isn't it? We can't control the fact that sometimes we're gonna be at our best, and we're gonna be at our worst, but we can control our trajectory. Are we moving forward, or are we standing still? Or even worse, are we moving backwards? So use momentum to your advantage. Take advantage of the fact that we humans are creatures of habit. Once you start moving in a certain direction, it's easier to keep moving in that direction. So instead of trying to motivate yourself to do something that you don't really want to do, find something that you're passionate about, find something that you're good at, and lean into that. Let your passion and your skills be your momentum. Step number 4, the compound effect. There's an old saying that the chain is only as strong as its weakest link. But what if you turned that around? What if you made your strongest link also your first link? That's what the compound effect is all about. Identify the most important part of your goal and focus on that first. Get it out of the way. Then move on to the next most important thing. And the next thing you know, you've built something great. So for example, let's say you want to start a business. The most important thing is to solve a problem. If you can't solve a problem, you don't have a business. So start there. Don't worry about building a team or raising money or scaling the business. Solve a problem, build something great, and everything else will follow. Step number 5, play the long game. The key to capitalizing on small wins is to play the long game. This means focusing on making small improvements every single day rather than trying to make one big change all at once. This is not only more effective, but it's also more sustainable. When you try to make one big change all at once, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're trying to boil the ocean. But when you focus on small improvements, you're able to maintain motivation and momentum. You see the progress you're making, no matter how small, and you feel good about it. And that keeps you going. So play the long game. Focus on making small improvements every single day and trust that the results will compound over time. So there you have it. The key to turning small wins into big results is to start small. Celebrate progress. Use momentum to your advantage. Focus on the compound effect and play the long game. Trust me, when you start doing these 5 things, you'll start seeing small wins turn into big results. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.